Well, folks, it is time to get the wheels going on this idea, and now we're going to bring it to fruition. The image you see is a maneuver that, quite frankly, in the mainstream public of what I like to call corporate wrestling, this move is banned. In fact, there's only one instance I can think of in the last 10 to 12 years that it was capable of being used, and that is this image right here back in 2013, right before CM Punk was to rival with The Undertaker and John Cena was to rival with The Rock at WrestleMania 29. Outside of the Tombstone Pile Driver. I don't count that one because both Kane and The Undertaker have done it enough to do what is necessary and do it the right way. This story is about the pile driver that changed the business. And the premier focus involves these two men right here, Stone Cold Steve Austin and Owen Hart. And I'm going to bring some things to the table that, in my eyes, just did not add up. The biggest of them all, why did Owen put Stone Cold Steve Austin, the famous question actually, why did he sit down to do the pile driver, knowing it would possibly mess up this man's neck? Austin put a trust system with Owen, and their relationship was not the same afterward. I was even surprised he toasted Owen after his passing. So we are going to go into details about this and how it changed wrestling, because Austin was a technical wrestler and he had to change everything he did in the ring. Owen is the youngest of an entire family of the Hart family. His father, Stu Hart, was a pro wrestler who later became a promoter for Stampede Wrestling. And in a future video, I'm going to talk to you about how there were things that happened, especially the last year Bret Hart, his brother, was in the WWE. So around 96, 97, Bret Hart's contract had been renewed. I don't remember the extent of the number, but it was a long number. And from that moment all the way until November of 97, there were red flag issues that transpired leading up to Bret's departure and leaving the company. Long story short, some of it involved Steve Austin. One of the biggest red flags in WWE changing Bret Hart's deal occurred in August of 97 at a SummerSlam pay-per-view where Austin would face Bret's brother Owen. And basically a maneuver was used in the wrong way that had lots of consequences that would end up falling at Stone Cold Steve Austin's doorstep, essentially. At one point in the match, it was a call for a pile driver for one of the finishes, and as a consequence, he did it wrong, and it really messed up Austin's neck. I mean, that story is documented. I don't have to tell you that. But the consequences would have lasting effects not only on Austin, but his wrestling ability in general. Because of this situation, he had to change his style. The fact that he had to change his style, he went from being a technical wrestler. If you've seen past matches involving Stone Cold Steve Austin, not only in WWE but WCW, he was more of a technical wrestler. Well, he had to change from that to be a brawler because some of the maneuvers he was trying to do, it did enormous pressure and number on his neck. It forced Austin to change the game, but more importantly, it forced the WWE to make some serious concerning decisions. I honestly don't know why Owen did it this way. Sat down, did the pile driver, hurt Austin's neck. I don't know. I mean, what was Owen thinking at this point in time? Now, I want to fast forward a little bit to around a year later. And unfortunately, this similar circumstance would happen again. And once again, Owen is at the center of it here, ironically. About a year later, he does the same exact pile driver format. This time it's to Dan Severn. And I know it definitely shortened Dan Severn's career. He was a little more lucky, unlike Austin. Why would he do this? I don't understand. Was this a message? Was Owen told to do it this way? I don't know. But This changed the wrestling persona in general for the Attitude Era because this maneuver would hurt people. I mean, we now have two people that may have been hurt by this pile driver. I mean, Severn seems to be okay. He's a tougher guy. The point of principle here is it changed the landscape. It changed how Austin had to wrestle. It limited his ability to wrestle in some cases. I don't know why. Definitely let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about this, how Owen may have been responsible for changing one wrestler's career and the wrestling profession in general with an era coming in, limited dates, had to change his format, everything. I have more videos coming about Owen. There are things that are going to come out that need to be brought into the light.